Hi students, welcome back to my channel. And in my last lecture, I explained about the resolution of vectors, how a vector resolved, and we discussed the different cases and properties of resolution of vectors. In this video, I'm going to explain some very good applications of resolution of vectors. Remember, resolution of vectors is an important chapter that helps you to understand physics easily. So let's do some problems based on the resolution of vectors. Let me start with a simple problem. Here, there is a man is walking 5 kilometers along 37 degrees north of east, then walks 3 kilometers along east, then 4 kilometers along north. Find the magnitude and direction of his displacement. Okay. Before that, we should understand the directions, very important. I'm just reminding you. So on the paper, we always take this as east, this as west, north, and this is south. And remember, if it exactly bisects, if this is 45 degrees, then this direction we call it as northeast. Similarly, this becomes southwest. Again, if it bisects, and if this is also 45 degrees, then we call this as southeast, and this is northwest. So that means when I say northeast means it is 45 degrees. This is one important diagram everybody should remember. Suppose if this is given like this, and there is 10 Newton force acting at 30 degrees. So what is the direction of this 10 Newton force? See here, very simple to understand. This is east and this is north. So we write 30 degrees, the direction of the 10 Newton force is 30 degrees north of east. Because with east, this is making angle 30. That's why we write 30 degrees north of east. The other same can be expressed like this. If this is 30, obviously this is 60 degrees only. So I can write the same as 60 degrees east of north. So 30 degrees north of east same as 60 degrees east of north. So here off east means this angle is made with east. Half north means the angle is made with north. So let's come to the problem. This I'm going to use the concept. Here he walks 5 kilometers along 37 degrees north of east. So let's draw the diagram. Suppose this is east and this is north. So he started, let's take from the origin. That means this is the starting point of this man. This man starts walking from here. So how many kilometers he walked? 5 kilometers. Let us draw the diagram. So he started and he walked like this in the beginning. And the magnitude is 5 kilometers at 37 degrees. That's what I said, east of north. No, north of east. So with east, it is making 37. Then again, how is moving 3 kilometers along east. That means here he walked for 3 kilometers in this direction. This is 3 kilometers. Then 4 kilometers along north means this is 4 kilometers along north. Now, how to write the displacement? Here, up to this, there is one displacement, up to this one. So let us name them. Let's take this as some O origin, this point as A, this point as B, this point as C. So now first I'll resolve into component. What is the component of this? This is 5 cos 37 and this direction, this is 5 sin 37. So what is OA bar? We write in the vector form. OA bar is, this is along eastward multiply with I cap. So 5 cos 37 I cap plus 5 sin 37 j cap, because it is towards north, positive. So let's simplify this first. This is 5 into cos 37 is 4 by 5 I cap plus sin 37 is 3 by 5, 5 into 3 by 5 j cap. So 5 here cancels. So this is simply 4i cap plus 3j cap. So let's leave it like here. Now what is AB bar? Very simple. This AB bar is along east. So simply write this as 3i cap. What is BC bar? Along north. So BC bar is simply 4j cap. So overall, if you look at S bar, the displacement vector is OA bar plus AB bar plus BC bar. So this is 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 3i cap plus 4j cap. So if you add that, we got S bar is equal to 7i cap plus 7j cap. 4i plus 3i, 3j plus 4j. So what is the magnitude we are supposed to find? So magnitude of S bar is the square root of 7 square plus 7 square, nothing but 7 root 2 kilometers. So his displacement is 7 root 2 kilometers. Then what is the direction of the displacement? This S bar is, now we can say that it is I plus j in the first quadrant. So this will be, this is the direction of S bar. Now what is the angle it is making? That's what we want to find out. So this is simply we can find out. So tan theta is y component by x component. So 7 upon 7, 1. So theta is equal to 45 degrees. So overall, the man is moving along northeast. So because the angle is 45 degrees, so his displacement is 702 kilometers and the angle he is making is 45 degrees. So this man is moving at an angle of, along northeast, and he covered 7 root 2 kilometers. This is his displacement. Right, some people may be confusing with the values of sin 37, cos 37. So for that we can remember this easily. The right angle triangle, you just remember this one. And for 37 degrees, if you look at, this is 3, this is 4, this will be 5. And we all know that 37, 53 are complementary angles. If I take this as 53 degrees, you simply reverse it. So this will be 4, this will be 3, again this is 5. So sin 37 is 3 by 5, cos 37 is 4 by 5. Just by remembering that, we can use them. So I hope you understood this problem. Now let's come to the second problem. So what is this problem says? 3 forces each equal to F are acting as shown in the, as shown. Then the magnitude and direction of resultant force is. If you look at the picture, clearly it is given that the angle here it is 45, 45. So this is 45, this angle is 45. So each is given as 45. So let us resolve this into components. If you resolve into components, the first vector into components, what happens is, I can write like this. I am drawing the diagram again. There is one force here. There is another force here. And there is one more force here, F. This is also F. And what is this angle given? 45. So let us take the first force as F1. So F1 bar is Fi cap because it is along east. The second force we need to resolve into components. F2 is F cos 45 I cap plus F sin 45 j cap. because I'm resolving this into components. So this component is F cos 45 and this component is F sin 45. There's one more vector, third vector, that is third force. F3 bar is again Fj cap. So if I simplify the second vector, so this is cos 45 1 by 2, sin 45 1 by 2. So this is F by root 2 I cap plus F by root 2 J cap. Now overall, let us write down the net force. This net force is F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar. So what is F1 bar? Fi cap. F2 bar is F by root 2 I cap plus F by root 2 J cap, again Fj cap. So clearly I can take I common. If I take I bar common, this become F plus F by root 2 plus, again if I take J common, F plus F by root 2. So overall, if I want to find the net magnitude of the force, so the magnitude of this force is the square root of the square of this plus the square of this. Both are like terms only. Or I can say that it is actually F plus F by root 2 whole square, F plus F by root 2 whole square. This is nothing but, we can take resultant sum Fr bar, so that don't confusion will be not there. So Fr will be 2 times F plus F by root 2. Okay, this is root 2 times, sorry, this is root 2 times F plus F by root 2. So if I multiply this, you can take F car, you can take LCM, root 2 F into root 2 plus 1 by root 2. So this root 2 cancel. So the answer is root 2 plus 1 into F. This is Fr. Once if you know the parallelogram law of vectors, we can solve the same problem in one step. But since we are learning the resolution, so we should learn like this. But if you understand the parallelogram law of vector addition, we can do it directly in one step. We'll discuss that in later. Now let's go to the same problem, other problem. So in this problem, find the magnitude of the resultant vector. So again we find 4 meters here 60, again 4 meters 60. So let us resolve the first vector. So let us take, this is OA and this is some OB. So what is OA bar? 60 degrees, so resolve to component. So 4 cos 60 I cap plus 4 sin 60 J cap. So because this is I cap J cap, so this is nothing but cos 60 is 1 by 2. So this is 2 I cap. Sin 60 root 3 by 2. So 2 root 3 J cap. Similarly, let us write OB bar. If you look at the horizontal component will be along this, and this is the vertical component. So what is this component? 4 cos 60 and this is 4 sin 60. If you write this one, so 4 cos 60 I cap minus, look at downward, so 4 sin 60 J cap. So again 2 I cap minus 2 root 3 J cap. Now what is the net vector, resultant vector? This R bar is equal to OA bar plus OB bar. If I add these two will cancel, simply we got 4i. So the value of this is, therefore the magnitude of the resultant is 4. So R value is simply 4 meter. So if you apply two forces like this, again, so the answer is 4 meters. Now this is a very important model. Find the ratio of tensions in the strings as shown in figure if G is equal to 10. So here, if you look at the weight is given in kg weight. So 1 kg weight is actually whatever the value of G given. So here it is 10. So how many kg weight is given? 10 kg weight. So this will be 10 into 10, nothing but 100 Newton. So downward force is 100 Newton. So again, if you want to solve this problem, simply draw a parallel line here. If you draw a parallel line here, and this is 30 degrees, these are parallel, so this angle also will be 30 only, alternate angle. Similarly, this also will be 60 only. So this is 90, totally 180, it's correct. So now let us resolve tension into components. So this component will be horizontal. So T1 cos 30 and its vertical component is T1 sin 30. Again, this direction T2 cos 60 and the vertical component is T2 sin 60. So here this is an equilibrium. So whenever a body in equilibrium, so what you have to do, equate the forces in the corresponding directions. So at equilibrium, I can equate T1 cos 30 is equal to T2 cos 60. So cos 30 root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 T1 is T by 2 to cos 60 1 by 2. So clearly, so T2 is equal to root 3 T1. But we want to, yeah, if it is simply ratio, so I can directly write T1 upon T2 is 1 by root 3. T1 by T2 is 1 by root 3. But suppose the same problem, they ask you what is T1, T2 value. So we have to use one mode. Equate the upward forces. If I equate the upward forces, I got, so T1 sin 30 plus T2 sin 60 is equal to netted downward force, that is the weight, 100 Newton downward. So again, this is sin 31 by 2, so T1 by 2 sin 60 root 3 by 2 into T2 is equal to 100. But we got one relation, T2 is root 3 times T1, you can put it here. So T1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 into, this is root 3 T1 is 100. Okay. So root 3 is 3. So to this, I think we'll get 2T1 is equal to 100 because 3 into root 3 to 3. So 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. 4 by 2 is 2. So T1 is 50 Newton. Obviously, this is 50 root 3 Newton. So if you are simply asked only find the ratio, this is enough. But if you're asked to find out tensions, you can further simplify this. Yeah, this is another important model. A boy is hanging from the branch of a tree. For what angle between the arms, tension in the arms is maximum? Let's see this problem. So let's take this boy. Imagine this boy is hanging from some branch. Let us take, there is a branch of the tree. From this he is hanging. Here what happened? His entire weight will act downward. So that's why his hands will experience some tension. There will be some tension. It is as similar to the previous problem. So, okay. I'll draw the other diagram to understand better. So here, if you look at this is the branch of the tree. And these are the two hands of the boy. He is holding them. And his entire weight, let's take mg is acting down. Since the hands are similar, so let's take tension is as same T. So if theta is the angle between these two, so what I'll do is I'll take a line here. Since theta is the total angle, I'll take this as some theta by 2. Half angle, half angle. This also will be theta by 2, total will be theta. Same as the above, draw a line here. Everywhere the same logic. So this angle, since this is theta by 2, now we can resolve into components. Okay. Now this is make angle with this line. So here it become, this is t cos theta by 2 and this is t sin theta by 2. Similarly, this is also theta by 2, this angle. So again, we resolve into components. The component of T2 in this direction is T cos theta by 2. Again, this direction it is T sin theta by 2. So from the equilibrium, again, we can see that this T sin theta by 2 cancel because they're equal and opposite. Only the force is upward force, downward. What is the upward force there? 2T cos theta by 2 is equal to mg. Because this T sin theta by 2, they're opposite, they cancel, but these two are equal, again we can balance. These two are balanced, these two are balanced. So from this I understand that T is equal to mg by 2 cos theta by 2. Now what is the question is asking? For what value of theta in the arms, the angle between his arms, tension in the arms is maximum. When the tension is maximum, let us see. So here we need to understand important point. So T is maximum if the entire denominator is minimum. That means if cos theta by 2 is minimum. When the value of cos theta by 2 is minimum, then T is maximum. Right. We all know that as theta increases, when theta is equal to 0, cos is maximum. As theta value increases, cos theta value decreases. When theta increases, cos theta value decreases. That means for this problem, for example, the options are given like 30 degrees, B is given as 45, C 100 degrees, and D 120 degrees. So just by looking at the option, you need to come to the conclusion. As I said, when theta is maximum, T is maximum, theta is minimum, cos theta by 2 is minimum. When cos theta 2 by is minimum, again, if theta is maximum. Or simply we understand that T directly proportional to theta. That means as the angle increases, tension also increases. So whatever the max value given, that is the answer. So in this case, the answer is 120. Suppose in the option, if you find 150, just keep that as answer, because as theta increases, tension also increases. That's why we are not comfortable to hang like this. If we just keep the two hands parallel, okay, he can by just that means by decreasing the angle between the two. Suppose if the hands of the boy are like this, he can hold for more time. If he stretches the hands wider, so more tension will be there. Here tension, nothing but pain. He cannot hold it for more time. Let's see a last problem. It's also as similar to that. So here what is given? A weight W suspended from the middle of a rope whose ends are at the same level. The rope is no longer horizontal. What is the minimum tension required to make the rope straight? Again will be, listen. Here initially the rope is fixed between two rigid supports. What happens if I attach some weight at the center? The moment I attach some weight to the rope, remember the weight is heavier. So what happened? It will bend like this. So let us draw a diagram. So here I am just taking the two ends of the rope. They'll become like this. Suppose you take the rope, the two ends of the rope. Now these are the two ends of the rope. This is the support. Let us take. So here let's consider this angle theta and this angle is theta. Remember, when no weight is suspended, tension will be minimum. That means tension will be minimum when the rope is horizontal. Horizontal means what is theta? 0. When theta 0, then the rope will be straight, there is no tension. The moment you attach a weight, the tension increases. So again, this is the weight. So let's take the mg is the weight. The same logic what we have done in the previous case. Again, you draw a parallel line here, and this is tension, this is also tension, and this is theta, this is also theta. So when you resolve into components, so what happens? This is t cos theta, and this is t cos theta, and for this one, vertical component is t sin theta. For this one, vertical component is t sin theta. Again, the same logic, t cos theta will be opposite, cancel, there is no effect. I mean, the equilibrium, you can equate total upward forces. 2 sin theta is equal to mg. Now here t is equal to mg by 2 sin theta. Now listen, again the same logic. So here t is minimum if sin theta is maximum. T is minimum when sin theta is what to call it as see, sin theta is okay maximum. No, t is minimum if theta, sorry, not sin. If theta is minimum. Why? Because here tension in the rope is asking for what value of when the if I keep theta, tension is minimum if theta is equal to 0. So tension is minimum if theta is equal to 0. Sorry, not minimum, 0. That is the only possibility. So if theta is equal to 0, keep theta is equal to 0, so t is equal to infinity. So the answer is here what is asking the rope is no longer horizontal. What is the minimum tension required? That means it is not possible, because once you apply the weight, it is impossible to make because see, look at the tension is infinity now. Theta is equal to 0 means t is equal to infinity. But can we make theta 0? Impossible. By applying any tension to make, so the meaning of this question is theta becomes 0 when the tension applied is infinity. That means if you just pull the two ends of the rope, just by pulling the two ends of the rope like this with some force, if you just try to decrease the value, if you decrease the value theta, how much force you require? We require infinite force to make theta 0. So which is impossible. So the answer for this question is by applying any amount of tension or any amount of force, we cannot make theta 0. So this is regarding this problem. I hope you all understood these 6 problems, which are completely based on resolution of vectors. As I said, we can solve problem more easily once you understand the parallelogram law of vectors, and you can easily find out the resultant of all that. So once again, thanks for watching my videos. And if you really like my content, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon for more updates. And do not forget to leave your comments and share with your friends. Happy physics learning. Thank you once again. Thank you.